This is an overview of the materials included in Lesson 2, Physical Properties. First, we have plastic cups. As a reminder, anything that's heat sealed is consumable and will not need to be returned. Next, we have the graduated cylinders. Again, because they are in a Ziploc, this is an item that you'll return. The cylinders come with two parts, the cylinder itself and then a black base. Next, we have two types of marbles, large and small. We also have two types of nails for this unit, galvanized and aluminum. Paper towels are included, as well as pipettes and unit cubes. This is an overview of Lesson 2 on the physical properties of solids. The objective is for students to be able to measure the volume of solids at the end of this lesson. It starts with a review of the periodic table and the properties of matter which have previously been discussed. Next, there will be a class discussion on the physical properties of solids, and the workbook has a place for the students to record that information following the discussion. Next, what you'll do is you'll introduce the tool that will be used today, which is the graduated cylinder, as well as the unit that you'll be using, milliliters. The student workbook does have practice pages where students can practice measuring on a graduated cylinder. The part that's important to remind them is that each time they're measuring, they'll want to make sure the meniscus, or the lowest portion of the water line, is the part that they're measuring. What you'll do is you will demonstrate how to measure the volume of a nail using the graduated cylinder. So in order to do that, the first thing you need to do is to pour some water into the cylinder. You'll need to make sure that the water line is high enough so that the nail will be completely submerged. And the first thing you'll want to do is look to make sure that your meniscus is exactly at one of the milliliter lines. In this case, it's not, so I'm going to add a little bit more water with the pipette. And I'm starting at 48 milliliters. Next thing that I'm going to do is submerge the nail and look at my ending measurement, which is 49 milliliters. I will subtract the starting point from the end point, so the nail has a volume of 1 milliliter. Once you've done this, students will have a chance to explore on their own, and they will measure the volume of the other items included in the kit, the different marbles, the other nail, the unit cubes, as well as anything that they find around the room that they could use as well. As a reminder, the student workbook contains a page where they can write down all of the different measurements of the different objects they find, which you can later use for assessment.